Hello guys and welcome to VollGazzRacing Season 14, round number 7 here at Indianapolis, a circuit GP, MotoGP have not raced at since 2015. And we might have some excitement in store because apparently front tyre wear is an issue. Now if you don't know, on this game you have to run the softest tyres available. And at most circuits, it's strangely enough, you can run the softest options and you will be fine. However, I do believe there are asymmetric tyres at the circuit and the left side of the tyre is a bit too soft. So therefore, at the end of the race with a few laps to go, your tyre wear gets to 0% wear. So we could be on for a very interesting race. Some people might go for the medium front's completely useless. So you either go the soft front, maybe try and manage it, or just push it and just survive the last few laps. Or you go safe with a hard front. Obviously, you do lose those. You probably lose about 3/10 minimum. It's probably a lot more than that. So, it'll be interesting to see what people go with. But here comes VTR, the champion-elect. He can't win it today, but he definitely can win it next week. He has a very, very fine margin out front in the standings. So I'll just check how many points he leads by. He leads by 42 over Jack Berman. So really, he can just bring it home. Just take a podium, or continue winning as he has done in every race apart from 2. And we will welcome the return of Touchables back for his home Grand Prix. Obviously, a big time for him and for the rest of the people in the US. So this is a good way for him to just escape all that and just focus and have a fun time returning. And I'm not sure how much of this game he's played. I would guess not a lot. But hopefully he can just bring the bike home and bring some very good solid points. And Schmoyes has gone down, so there's going to be a lot of crashes. The left side of the tires does get a lot of work. It's anti-clockwise, as is the majority of American tracks. Here comes VTR now into the final chicane. Very, very difficult to get right. Try and keep the front wheel planted, which he has done. Now up to the line, it's going to be a 130 something. It'll be 32, 33, or 31. 32.7. Decent banker lap. As we'll go to the rider currently. Oh, and VTR's gone down at turn 1. Now on board with the Aprilia number 24 rider, as I've been instructed to call him. He's gone off the circuit there. But Vinazzi trying to open out turn 1. 1.6 seconds off, and his teammate goes into second. So I've been told not to name the 2 factory Aprilia riders today due to apparent cursing that I do. Every time I mention their names, something bad happens. But so far, only 5 riders have set a lap. And it seems like VTR's 32.7 might be enough to take pole position today. As his teammate Jack Berman now comes to the line, Amir Tahifa goes 6th. Jack jumps into 3rd. So VTR's in a bit of a Martin situation from Aprilia final last year. He's got such an advantage, but there is a tyre problem. So does he go with the safe option and run the hard? Which, from my reckoning, he's probably could stick a hard front in and still have better race pace anyway. Or does he stick the soft in and just have a bit of fun and try and ride it out in the last couple of laps? But the number 58, currently, I want to say he's 5th in the standings. Sorry, he's 4th. He's taken 2 second places and 1 third and a 2nd in the sprint. So he's done all right. The number 58, but not going great. But he will move into 3rd place in the championship should he gain 3 or more points. 4 or more points in this round, as I think that's his teammate taking the NASCAR route through turn 1. Now, Howling Siege, he was very happy with his practice earlier on in the week, sending me lots of details and information about how he's getting on. Now, he's still trying to find the right feeling to extract his riding style. The truth is, this game probably just doesn't suit his riding style, or it's just that small break he had. Well, small break, about 6 to 9 months. That he's maybe still just catching up from that rust, and he's still not there. Or he's just searching for a feeling that does not exist. There's definitely something amiss, but Howling, he's slowly getting there, slowly chipping away. Almost got a podium last time out, and he jumps into 4th place. Now, Nick Jumping, winner in the last race in the Americas. He won it in fine style at Cota in Texas. So we now move to Indiana. From Texas to Indiana. Can the Trackhouse Aprilia get a home victory? No, well, ain't going to do it now. And people will have penalties, I think, so I am going to have to restart the lobby, I've just noticed. And Reps has jumped into phone. I mean, now Reps loves... Well, he does sort of cheat with the way he uses his starts, but he does get fantastic starts, just launches off the line. And Touch now up to the line, looking to improve further. Jumps into 5th place for the home rider. I'm trying to remember in one of his title aspiration seasons if he raced here. If he has raced here before, but I want to say in those, I don't think Indianapolis was an option back in 21 or it wasn't 22, but I don't think in the season it would be the season after he could have won it. So, but Touch 5th place. I reckon you definitely take that. Top American. I mean, he is the only American, but still, top American. But yeah, to be 5th place at home, yeah, you'll definitely be happy with that. But BFL Minato might just change that. They've been very strong this season in qualifying. The races, it's had the race pace, but they've just never materialised. And there you go, Minato straight into 2nd place. Now, Lewis, he has been improving race by race, session by session. Currently 1.7 seconds down. He does run wide into turn number 11, I think that is. So it turned 10, and he has just run out of fuel, so he's only going to get one more run out of this. And everybody's either on an invalid lap or not going to improve. Let's have a look at Nick Jumping. What's he doing? Watching Touch fall, and he's going straight on. So I think he's just come out the pits, and Touch has gone down in front of him. VTR. Red sector 1. Touches the grass, somehow not invalid. I've got to say the track limits online is very strange. You can say it's strict, but in my experience, you go off the track by a millimetre, you get invalidated. But if you go off by a metre or more, you don't get anything. So it's a bit weird because it should just be the moment you go off the track it's invalid. But yeah, there's something amiss when it comes to the online portion of the game, because time trial works perfectly fine. The moment you're off the track, it's invalid. But online, there's been an error somewhere. You've got VTR rounds the final sector. I don't think this is going to be an improvement. It looked like he was about to head into pit lane, but might be just due to wheelie. And he does not improve. Rider in 9th place on the factory Aprilia. Oh, and VTR's done it again. He's crashed at turn 1. But here comes the former Season 5 Division 2 champion. Former Division 1 winner as well. Won twice last season in Le Mans and Silverstone. took a sprint podium last time out of Mazzano, and he moves into 7th place on the number 24 April, but then is immediately relegated to 8th for Schmoyes, moves into 6th place. Now, I will go through the penalties as well. So, Minato has 3 long lap penalties. Mekovid, who's not here, so that's irrelevant. And Aaron, who's not here, so that's irrelevant as well. So there we go. So it's only Minato who's got a 9-second time penalty, which is equivalent to 3 long laps for many, many reasons. So Jack Berman, who I am allowed to say his name unlike his brother, improving in the opening sector, but he did make a bit of a hash of it turn number 6 there. So I can't see this continuing to improve, but you never know. If he gets a really good exit, he might just keep it going. But I'm expecting this to go great, and it does. Schmoyes, however, 2 personal best opening sectors. Can the Monster Energy Yamaha rider climb his way to the head of the second? No, he can't. He can't jump to the head of the second row. He runs at a bit too much corner speed and runs off the track. That's where Stoner, his 2012 season came to an end when he high-sided and broke his ankles. And people just refusing to brake, and I think there was a stoppy crash there for number 24. Amir Tahifa, red sector 1, Amir, 3.6 seconds down with just under 3 minutes remaining. I can tell he's done 0 practice. Just by the way the bike's like twitching up and down, up and down. Because you can tell he just doesn't have any reference at all for where the track, where the markers are in terms of braking, turning and all that kind of stuff. VTR 2 red sectors, keeping an eye on that. Reps jumps into... How's Reps jumped into 6th when he's been off the track? That's a bit fishy. Nick Jumping's... Oh, it's Reps, not Schmoyes, sorry. I'm a bit confused about... Nick Jumping has moved into 4th place without me noticing. And it looks like VTR is about to jump even further ahead of everybody else. A little bit of a wheelie out the last corner as the front finally plants. Oh, Enemy has gone down at the final chicane. VTR improves by a couple of attempts. Through turn 1. Nice using the inside curb. And Jack's improving. So Jack looking to try and secure his spot on the front 2 rows. Howland goes down at turn 2. He will have one more go at it. Mia's gone down again, this time at turn 1. The Aprilia rider has also gone down. So that's at turn 6 maybe. On his outlap after doing a stoppie in the pit lane. And here comes his brother up to the line. And Jack moves into 5th place. Mia seems to... I wonder if Mia just cuts the first sector and it somehow doesn't invalidate him. And Jack's been done for corner cutting, so that is a game over for him. That's his session done. Here comes Lewis. Can he find anything? Can he get off the 4th row? No, he can't. So Indianapolis not treating him well currently. It was a big moments on the front end into turn 1. Just not braking the correct way. Minato's gone down. That's his session over, I think. So not many people are left. Reps improving in sector 1. Can he retake the spot from Jack Berman? The fields are very compact apart from VTR being 7/10 in front of everybody else. And Reps doesn't validate. So it is just VTR. So Amir's crashed and gone 9th. I don't know how that's possible. I suspect something fishy's going on there. But here comes Touch. Can he find anything in the second sector? Down the back straight, no he can't. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to improve, and 8th is going to be the best he can hope for. using a lot of inside curve. That's pushed him really far out wide at turn 10 for turn 11, and I can notice he's just spinning up the rear just that tiny bit. Just not getting quite the right amount of grip out of this medium rear. Lewis does not improve, so touches you with the last person. So we're waiting for just the rider in third place, who I cannot name. But at number 58, he's currently fourth in the championship. If he repeats this result in the race, he will move up into third, just as he is now. As Finley's now giving me permission to call him by his actual name. So, VTR on pole, Minato second, Craig third, Dick jumping fourth, Jack Berman fifth, Rep sixth, Moy seventh, Touch eighth, Amir ninth, Finley 10th. So it turns out saying his name doesn't make the blindest bit of difference, apparently. Howling 11th, he'll be disappointed with that. Lewis in 12th, and Minmon rounds at the field in 13th, even though I'm pretty sure Amir Tahifa should actually be starting at the back. I'll give the riders just a chance to get a run down to turn 1.
Indianapolis circuit ready for the battle to start.
This isn't the official start, this is just me starting the lobby so I can restart it without having to make a new one. I'm just trying to get confirmation to put me at the back. My word. I'm going to quickly quit this before it turns into a red flag. As Jack Berman wins by 1 second, under a sec. Hang on, I finishing minus a sec. That was weird. Everyone was a minus second behind him, and he still won. Even though he left the session. Okay, so Mia's just going to be penalised afterwards, so that means he will start in 9. I think everybody's in the right place, so we can get this race underway. So time to see this for the first time this season. We actually get to stare and find out. Well, we actually have a tyre war for the first time. We actually because I remember on the game last year, it would be if it was clear and it was a circuit that was really hot. It would be the hardest tyres possible, but there'd be some times where you could maybe try and risk softer. It'd always be a hard front, but you could maybe risk for the rears. But on this game, unfortunately, it's just soft, or soft medium for the mediums, the softest option. But hopefully, we can have a really fun race here and have it really tight. So will VTR go safe with the hard front, or will he risk the soft and just try and pull out a big gap and then just manage it? So just waiting on, I think, 3 riders. 4. Just VTR, Finley and Minmum. So it's just Finley, I think he's making his mind up. He said he's going to take a risk, but what the risk can be read both ways. Everybody's ready, I think. We're just double check min one. Yep, right. Let's get this race underway. VTR, the heavy favourite going into the race, but he has a couple of crashes at turn 1. Let's stare at that front tyre. What's he gone with? He's gone with the hard front, so he's done what I've said. He's probably got the pace anyway to over these guys, so he's gone safe. Whereas a lot of others have gone soft front, I can tell. Here we go, the lights are on and they are off, and we're away for the start of the Indianapolis GP. And Reps gets a fantastic start as always into turn 1, and VTR's been punted wide as they'll go through the opening corner. Lots of contact over, and Jack Berman has taken lead of me as Heath has gone down in the opening sector as they'll file through, and I can't quite see and who's that? Minato's gone down at turn 2. So it's a Prem at 1-2 with a lot of... and Nick Jumping's gone down. Minmon's gone down as well. And who was that? That was Minato rejoining the circuit after being taken out. What was that? I mean, he's got a 9-second penalty. That was just bizarre. For VTR, Howling his team. It's Howling C just gone down. As I'm trying to get to the other riders now. So I can't give... Well, this is a problem. I'm going to give a penalty in the race. I'm probably just going to give Minato another penalty for completely corner crossing the circuit as Reps is looking up the inside of Craig, who's got a soft front tyre on. So he'll immediately just go straight to the tyres. Might as well sit with them the whole race. Now, I don't know how much time these guys have put on these different tyres. But VTR just... that extra... What he will lose... in overall grip, he will gain his braking stability, so that might actually help him in terms of making an overtake on Jack into a braking zone. But he might just out-drag his teammate here, just use a bit of slipstream and send it into turn 1 and get all the way to the left-hand side. He's got a much better drive, and this might be easy pickings here into turn 1. His teammate's going to out-drag him though. He's braked later. Vito using the inside curve for leverage, but it's not enough. Oh, Jack's wide, but that's actually forced VTR to go a bit wide as well. Meanwhile, we've got a big battle there between Craig, Reps, Touch, Schmoyes and Lewis. All for 4th place. But unfortunately, we do have to try and keep an eye on this battle. For first, as Vito runs to the back of Jack there. And that's a big, big mistake. So we now can look at this battle with Craig and co. As you've got Schmoyes and Lewis. Schmoyes coming under attack. And I think Lewis has gone through on the inside. But Schmoyes and Lewis then gets the outside line and the inside curb as well. Ooh, and Lewis looking up the inside of Touch as well. And I think Touch has actually gone, Touch has gone with the hard front. So let's see what Touch has at the end of the race. So we'll just check, let's check Lewis's tyres just for reference. You can see the left side of the tyres already got way more wear than the hard. I expect on the right, the middle and the right will be kind of similar, but on the left it's just a lot harder. Not softer, sorry. Lewis just slipstreams past the fractured Ducati, and Touch is going to have to just adjust this line a little bit, being sent a bit wide and in the slipstream. Oh, he's gone to the grass, and thankfully he's not gone down, but that's left the door open for Schmoyes. And there's been no contact there. Now you got the weird change direction to the hairpin. It's 3 abreast coming out of it. And Schmoyes, I think, has come out on top in that battle. Or has he? As somebody's gone down, but not seen a Touch. Retakes the positions and moves back into 6th place. But he's going to run really wide. And Lewis is going to end up taking the place. Now Finley is coming. Oh, and Touch just lost the front. Just lots of running wide and stuff like that. And unfortunately, that's the price you can sometimes pay. They'll just be from that lack of front end grip from the hard tyre. Just turned in and it went probably without any warning. I'm trying to find Nick Jumping, who's just overtaken Finley, I believe. Who has Schmoyes for company as well. So it's a German-speaking sandwich for Finley. As Howling Sea just got Tralovitz warning. And Craig's already picked up a long lap penalty. So if you get a long lap here, there is no long lap loop since it was lost on the race. It was 2015. So you do just get a 3-second time penalty. Oh, and Touch has gone down again. Look at this, we're only reaching the end of lap 3, and Nick Jumping's front tyre is almost halfway done. We'll just quickly go. I want to actually go to Schmoyes, who is on the back of Finley. So right, the exhaust pipes of the SC project exhaust of Finley's just been sent completely off the circuit. He rejoins and will come behind. His Touch has crashed again and is now at the back of the field. Meanwhile, Minato has managed to find his way through on VTR. Or VTR fights back, and he's hit the grass and he's gone down! Big mistake there by VTR. It's very rare you see stuff like that from him, but this track's very different to all the other tracks. You've got grass on the inside. And another rider using the hard front tyre has gone down at turn 7. You can see how much more tyre VTL's got then. Let's check Minato and Jack Berman. Yeah, you can see you've just got loads more tyre. Craig, but Craig has got some Enea Bastianini ability here. He's got so much more front tyre than the 2 riders in front of him. So don't be surprised if, let's say, it comes to the second half of the race and Craig becomes Enea Bastianini and starts closing in the 2 riders in front of him. But I'm not sure if he's got the outright pace to do so. He does have a long lap penalty as well. He's just picked another track limits warning off. That's Reps game wide. For VTR, having a bit of a mare, down in 7th. It's the lowest we've seen him in quite a while, and his championship rival Jack Berman is going to be closing in the championship if it stays like this. Big points haul. I mean, VTR does have a very safe gap, so he doesn't have to worry for a couple of rounds, but it's not what he needs. And it's a really good job of picking this circuit actually, because it just forcing. I mean, if it was a sunny. If it was a sunny race, I'd imagine the tyre would be even worse. Or in because actually it might have been more obvious to go the hard front because of the high temperature. But VTR is just not getting the feeling of that hard front. It's maybe do lose more than half a second. Or maybe just VTR had that much of a qualifying advantage over everybody else. We can see how easily the front end just burns up on the left-hand side. Well, that's a mistake there by Lewis, but Lewis from nearly the back of the grid to 5th place, really good comeback ride. So the gap at the front, 1.1 seconds between Jack and Minato. Craig in for 2.1 seconds behind. So it's just waiting for that moment when the left side of the tyre is gone, and when it's gone, you just get this horrible. Well, sometimes you don't even get a vibration. It's just you can sense the bike just going to go any second. You just got to do everything you can to keep that front end really, really safe. We'll just check on what's Finley's tyre wear like. Finley's gone for the hard front as well. What does Howling go for? Howling went for hard front as well. What did the Min-Mon go for? So it seems like those who've gone hard front, it doesn't look like it's paid off so far. But we're still waiting for the second half of this race. But there's now a battle for 5th brewing and a battle for 3rd as well. Craig, whoa, and that was a big mistake by Lewis there. And VTR says thank you very much for 6th place. So Craig, has he still got? Yeah, he's still got very good tyre. I mean, obviously compared to VTR, he's not as good, but he's definitely got the best front tyre where everybody's a soft runner. But he's now 3.2 seconds behind 2nd place. So I can't. I mean, there might be a big swing in tyres. I don't know, but at this rate, it's not going to happen. He's making far too many mistakes to let it have to benefit now, because that gap's just far too big unless Jack and Minato start going down. As I think VTR has managed to find his way past Nick Jumping. So the championship leader now into 5th place. Nick Jumping with the fastest lap of the race, surprisingly enough. Oh, Min-Mon's gone down again. Oh, there's been contact between him and Touch, it seems. Oh, and VTR's lost the front again. He's hit the inside curb and the front's just completely washed out. That lack of grip really causing problems. And VTR is now down to 9th place, and that has got to be race over. So I want to say every rider who's on a hard front is at the back now. So the highest hard front runner is Finley. Everybody's got. Oh, and we've missed it. Minato has moved into the lead ahead of Jack Berman. So BFL Minato could be on course to take his first race victory in VollGazz. I mean, but he will have a 9-second time penalty. So, Jack, if you can hear me, he's got a 9-second time penalty. So, plus another 3-second time penalty, plus probably another one for corner cutting after crashing on the opening lap and moving back into 3rd place. So, we could be seeing a very strange looking podium at this break. But Craig currently in 3rd, but that will be 2nd. He's 3.7 behind Jack Berman now. As Reps' tyres are looking okay, actually. They're looking similar state to Craig's, but Jack's will get reaching halfway. His tyre's going to be completely dead by probably about lap 10. Oh, and he's had a bit of a spin as well. Not what you need at this stage. You don't need your rear spinning as well as your front, but the rear, I think that's just more the fact it's a medium tyre. It's a harder construction than normal. VTR is probably going to be livid with himself, choosing the hard front option, because ultimately it's cost him a race victory. The tyre may have been bad at the end of the race, but he had a lot more pace. As Min-Mon and Touch fighting for the wooden spoon. Good to see that even though they're both in last place, they've not left the session. They're carrying on. They're being true racers, not quitting. As Matey has gone down. And Reps and Craig are battling it out now for 3rd. Oh, Craig's wide. Here comes Reps' chance. Oh, and Craig's gone onto the grass. And there we go. Reps moves into 3rd place. And now Craig's got caught up in the slipstream. And the Portuguese rider is into 2nd. Reps a rider who's accustomed to podium places. Because Craig up the inside into turn 9. Who's going to get the better exit between the two, the Yamaha and the Aprilia? Nothing separates them. Into the braking zone. Reps is going to be hard on the brakes, surely. He's got the inside line. Yeah, and Craig's forced to sit the bike up. Oh, and Lewis has gone down at turn 10. Nick Jumping's had to take avoiding action from Craig. And that promotes Finley and VTR at one place. It's such a Minmon have both gone. I think Minmon's gone down again. Thanks to contact with touch. And Craig is really starting to struggle holding off these two Aprilia. These two riders. Reps has gone through and he's already pulled out 6/10. Nick Jumping might be about to just blast past him down the straight here. The Trackhouse Aprilia. But I don't think so. He's not going to be close enough in the slipstream. Or is he? Sends it up the inside into turn 1. It's been contacted. Nick Jumping's gone down. That will be controversial. That will be something that will be... Oh, and Reps has gone down now. So Craig, in the space of 2 corners, has just inherited 2 places. And Schmoyes is now to 4th place, which will become 2nd place. Very strange race, I have to say. You know, VTR might still somehow pull off a top 5 here. I can't believe I'm saying that. It's weird to say, oh, VTR not getting a top 5, but in the race he's had, he's not got penalties, so he's going to gain 2 places in that fashion. Then he's got Minato, who's going to have a 15-second time penalty. Minato's going to win the race, yet he's going to probably finish outside the top 10, which is kind of crazy. But Nick Jumping, who is the fastest rider on track, or is it the fastest lap of the race? Oh, he's wide again. He's on. Oh, that almost ended in tatters. Minato, though, leads the way despite crashing in the opening lap. He did corner cut to regain that advantage. But now, are we starting to see the turns tabling? As Finley closes in on Reps. He's going to corner. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's and no! VTR's race goes from bad to worse. He had nowhere to go. He could not get out of the way, probably due to the ride-out device. So now, but he is now the top hard front runner. But Finley trying to undercut Reps into the chicane. Just took the inside, took way too much inside curb and hit the grass by quite a large portion actually. And VTR just had nowhere to, probably just target fixation and smacked into Finley's bike, and he's still in 8th actually, but well, he's dropped down to 8th, but he's now lost all the time advantage he just had over people. If he's not careful and has one more crash, he could not even get a top 10, which would be insane. This is definitely VTL's worst performance in a very, very long time. I can't even remember the last time he finished out. The last time he might have finished outside, let's say the top 8, or top 7, might have been his disastrous race all the way back in season 5 in Division 2 at Sachsenring, where he chose the wrong tyres. But I can't remember which way. I think he chose the soft tyres, and who's that? That was Lewis going straight on. But he chose the soft tyres, and they completely burnt up within the space of about 2 laps. And he finished about. I think he finished like 11th or something crazy. But now VTR resumes his battle with Nick Jumping from all those laps ago. He's going to have a lot more front tyre now. Out in front, BFL Minato continues to lead over Jack Berman. As Minmon and Touch continue to get things by I think that's just a glitch actually, because they are nowhere near each other. Can VTR find a way into the top 6? He's going to have to be careful though, as we've seen so many mistakes being made in this race by numerous amounts of people. The one who's made the least amount of mistakes so is Jack Berman currently. In a moment when we get a bit of time, we will check out his front tyre, where I'd imagine he's got none at this point. Here comes VTR, can he look up the inside? This is where the first corner he crashed, taking too much grass. Oh, he's at the back of Nick. VTR's got to be careful he doesn't pick up any track limits warnings. Now can he send up the inside of Nick into this corner here, turn 10? He's going to try. the switchback. Take a lot more speed on the outside. But that's the good side of the tyre for the soft, so VTR hasn't got the actual grip to do it. We'll take a quick check of Jack Berman's. Yeah, Jack Berman's front left is almost gone. Minato's is pretty much gone. Craig still got quite a bit left, actually. Meanwhile, VTR still hasn't got through on Nick Jumpy, but this might be the chance. Get a good exit. Use the ride-out device. Get in the slipstream of the track out of Aprilia. He pulls it all the way to the right, just like he did with Jack Berman earlier on in the race, but he wasn't able to make the move, and he's nowhere near close enough to make any sort of attempt. Oh, but Nick's gone wide. That's why he's nowhere near. And VTR moves into 6th, but Nick Jumpy's going to fight back immediately into turn 3. He's going to cut it under. He's going to cut it underneath at the hairpin. Try and get a good exit. VTR's at the outside curb, but that curb actually offers grip. And VTR's now into 6th place. I think he got 6th in Silverstone round 1 of last season. That's his worst finish, but this is definitely like his worst finish. Not on merit, because he's had a crash that wasn't his fault. But Nick jumping, what a fantastic manoeuvre that was. Just setting up the inside there, the right-hander. But VTR responds immediately, but then Nick jumping on the left-hand side of the tyre where he's going to have a really lack of grip, and the front end's going to... Yeah, the front end was just washing away. He ran wide, but he's forced VTR to go a long way round, and Nick jumping using the inside grip. VTR's one warning away from a long lap penalty himself now, so he's got to be careful. Oh, and he's really, really wide through there. Uncharacteristic mistakes creeping in for VTR at this point of the race. That hard front tyre has definitely not paid off. It is a near 50-50 split. And it seems like the soft front was just the better option to go with. As we do still have a battle going on for 9th. Howling has got through on Lewis, but Lewis is going up the inside of Howling into turn 1 and leave each other enough space. And Lewis, just like he did in Mazzano, finds a way past Leighton and Howling. And Howling touches inside, touches the grass actually, and almost goes down. So we're on the penultimate lap. Everyone's tyres are beyond dead who's gone for the soft option. Yamanato's got hardly any. Craig has still got some now. Jack Taldy got gone into the big front end shake. As VTR has found his way through into 6th place. Nick Jumping must have made a big error there. So VTR will be given a lifeline, but he has got a long lap penalty. So he will drop back down to 7th. Stewart to the must have been. He must have got it for contact, maybe. Oh, he's just been given it for contact, I think. So he's got track limits warnings. But what a disastrous race this has been for VTR. As BFL Minato is going to start the final lap of this race with a 15-second time penalty. Quite incredible, really. So Jack Berman, he just has to bring this bike home. He will be victorious. Done the perfect job. He's made no mistakes from what we can tell. I mean, if he has made mistakes, it'll be minimal. But he's been one of the only few riders not to go down, and he's going to really profit from it. We could have Schmoys on the podium here, which is something I don't think we've ever said before. VTR is just trying to bring the bike home. He cannot afford another mistake on the final lap. Surely he goes over one of the curves on the front and just started to tuck, and he's getting really close to the edge of the circuit. Maybe I think he's trying to get some salvation and try and maybe steal the fastest lap of the race from Nick. But I don't think that's going to be possible. Well, this stage of the race. But BFL Minato, he's done a fantastic job, even though he did cheat. And Amir's actually got past his teammate Howling. So Howling's been kicked out of the points paying positions. Right at the death here, but I'm knowing Howling, he's going to send it, try and win the race. But Minato, he rounds the chicane through the final corner, down the home straight. BFL Minato is going to cross the line in first. Boy, he's going to have such a time penalty that he's not actually going to win, and your race victor is going to be Jack Berman for the first time in quite a while, actually, I think. Unless he might have had one this season already, I don't know. Craig's third, Reps is fourth, Schmoyes is fifth, VTR is in sixth, disaster class for VTR, Mitch will be seventh, Finley in eighth, Lewis in ninth, Amitifa beats Howling to 10th, and you got Touch and Minmon rounding out the field, the hard front tyre option not paying off for them. Touch in the top 6 to begin with, so if he hadn't crashed, he probably would have. He might have finished. He probably would have finished inside the top 5. You see a lot of AI starting to crash with the badly worn front tyres. So I've got to give him a 9-second penalty, and then I'm going to give him an extra penalty for completely. I'm just going to check if he should have surely got one because he just crashed and then went straight on. So I'll give him another 3-second penalty. Right, let's see what we have. So Jack Berman is victorious ahead of Craig in second. Schmoyes gets third. Reps is fourth. Nick Jumping is fifth. VTR is sixth. Minato 7th after winning. Lewis is 8th. Amir is 9th. Finley is 10th. Howling Siege 11th. Touchable 12th. And Minmon rounds up the field in 13th. So you can see VTR losing 9/10 from qualifying. That sort of sums it up. So 10 points gained in Jack Berman's favour, so the gap now drops to 32 points. So let's see what happens in the remaining races, but must go to the part for my interviews. So, Schmoyes, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe this is your first ever VollGazz podium. So, congratulations, and just tell us what it was like during this really strange, crazy race. Yeah, so congratulations, well done. So we now move on to Craig in second. So Craig, you opted for the soft front, and everyone was very confused how on earth you're able to massage the left side of the tyre to not run out. But you played it safe, you did a fantastic job, and you brought home another second place. And that means you have closed in on VTR in the championship. I'm now moved back into third place in the standings. So just sum up your race here. I
actually felt confident from quali, but unfortunately I got beat up quite badly at the start. Minato, doing Minato things. I can't believe he cut the track just to get back to where he was. There's a lot of bumping at the start, and I actually got a long lap for a 3-second penalty, even though I didn't cause the collision. I don't know if it was Minato crashing or whatever, but I just got bumped around a lot at the start, and then got into a little bit of a gap with between me and Reps, and yeah, stayed in rhythm, but then started making little mistakes. So that allowed Reps to come back at me. I was just getting more nervous because of track limit warnings and things, and I felt like I was braking quite early into turn. What's the turning just after the back straight, the little straight?
Yeah, so well done. And hopefully you can maybe try and take victory at some point in these final 3 rounds.
Wait, is it me or is it glitched out?
Yeah, you just glitched out. It was really weird. Like you just stopped.
No, okay.
I was like, that didn't sound like you'd finished, but
Oh, no worries, no worries.
Anyway, well done.
Thanks.
And now we move on to the race victor, Jack Berman. So Jack, you risked it with the soft front, unlike your teammate, and you got to the front and you held it from there. So Minato got past, but you probably knew about his penalty situation. So how was it just trying to control things from the front?
Yeah, I had a decent qualifying. I felt like I could have done better in qualifying. I probably got the front row, maybe seconds, because I've improved my qualifying this season. But yeah, I had a really good start. I didn't have a good start off the light because I didn't use the ride height device, because I knew in turn 1 it would struggle to go down and you would struggle to get the bike turned in. I believe everyone else used the ride height device. So I just went up the inside of everyone and took advantage of that. And yeah, stretched the lead up to VTR. VTR crashed, and then Minato, I knew that he had a big penalty, so I just controlled stuff, kept the bike within the track, and also I want to say one thing. VTR raced in VMV on Wednesday or Thursday night, and he said the race was really close, and I said shame that VollGazzRacing couldn't be like this, and he said maybe they're just all better than us. Saying that to the VMV riders, and I thought that was quite disrespectful because I was second in the championship, and he said the points difference says otherwise. But who come out on top today is all I'm going to say, and bring the championship battle on. It's going to be hard to pull it back, but it's not over till it's over.
Yeah, so well done. You played it perfect, and you've closed the gap down by 10 points. If you can do that for the next 2 rounds, we might. Well, probably, and if the results repeat as well in the sprints, you might just get into the final round with a really good chance of winning. But obviously, VTR match is probably just had an off round, but well done anyway. You've done the perfect job.
Thank you.
So that is it for round number 7. We'll be back for round 8 next week, and we'll see you guys then. Goodbye.